Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna. Today our Kartik Parikrama party had the good fortune to visit two Leela stans, two holy places here in Vrindavan Dham. One was Yavat and the other is Ter Kadamaba. Yavat is famous as one of the places that Srimati Radharani lived. First, she appeared in Raval, and then her family moved to Varshana when she was a little older, and then when she got married to Abhimanyu, who, by the way, is described by the Acharyas as the shadow of Krishna. She moved to the ancestral home of Abhimanyu. His mother is there, Jatila, his sister, Kotila, and all of them together make it very difficult for Radharani to meet Krishna. And very difficult for Krishna to meet Radharani as well, because, well, she's quote-unquote married, and but nonetheless, Radha and Krishna have a very deep, loving relationship. So it's all accented, you could say. The impediments to meeting make the meeting even more sweeter. It's all keli, it's all playful pastimes in Vrindavan. The mood of Yavat is that Radharani considers it like a prison. She's always trying to get out to meet her beloved Krishna, and Krishna's always trying to enter into Yavat to meet Srimati Radharani. And there's many pastimes connected like that. So we visited there, we discussed this rasa, these playful pastimes, and we sat at Kishori Kunda. Kishori is, of course, one of the many names of Srimati Radharani. The Kund, the lake there, is named after her, and it's very beautiful. And actually that's where Srimati Radharani, when she's living at Yavat, that's where she takes her bath every morning. And as such, because it's her Kund, just like Radha Kund is very special because it's the place where Vrindavaneshwari, Srimati Radhika, takes her snan or her bath. So Kishori Kunda is also equal, you could say, in the sense that that water is divine. And it's stated in Shastra that just one drop of that water on one's head, one can fulfill all of one's desires. So one has to be careful when comes to Vrindavan and hugs desire trees and rolls in the dust, the Vraja-gopi of Vrindavan, and wanders and is seeking to find Krishna, praying in various ways to fulfill our desires. One has to be very careful not to mix any material desires in there. So one time Kamsa, the great tyrant Kamsa, he heard from his spies who were going around Vrindavan trying to arrange different places that Krishna's demons could come and try to kill Krishna. They saw the Vraja-gopis and they were just amazed how beautiful these young girls were. In particular, one girl, Vrindavaneshwari, Srimati Radharani. So this news came back to Kamsa, So Kamsa, he decided he wanted to actually come to Vrindavan. This is Shastric. He wanted to come to Vrindavan and kidnap Radha and make her his queen. Like Ravana wanted to kidnap Sita. So he made an excuse. He was going to go and look, take a tour of his kingdom, etc. He brought thousands of soldiers and chariots and flags and everything, and they all came towards Yavat. They left Mathura and came to Yavat. And as they got a little closer, Kamsa told all the soldiers to wait some distance behind. He was going to find Radha himself. To make a long story short, he came to that Kund, and as he approached the Kund, because he's an Asura and the Kund is so pure, the Acharyas say the Kund shrunk. And the birds stopped singing, and the soft breezes stopped blowing. The influence of Asura. So anyway, he was thirsty, so the Acharyas say he took some water, and as soon as that water touched his lips, he turned into a gopi. There's different versions of the story, but this is the Shastric version we found. He turned into a gopi, and he was shocked. He saw his reflection, his beautiful eyes and eyelashes and his petite form and the bangles and the jewelry, and he was shocked. And he said, I don't want to be like this. I'm a king, I'm a ruler, I don't want to be a gopi. The power of Vrindavan, that even an Asura like that can externally get that form, not internally, but internally is the real thing. So at that moment, two gopis came to take water from the Kund, and one of them was Lalita. She understood the mind of Kamsa, and Kamsa pleaded to her, please get me out of this situation. So Lalita took Kamsa to see Radha. Radha gave him darshan, and Radharani knew his purpose in coming, and he was begging her to free him from that form because he's an emperor. So she said, I'll make a deal with you. We will change you back into your other form if you promise never to send any more demons from Mathura to try to kill our Krishna. So Kamsa said, yes, I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise, I promise. So Radharani said, you really promise? Because if you break your promise, I'll make sure you're a gopi forever. So Kamsa fell down on the ground and asked for forgiveness. And so Radharani said, to Lalita, take him to back to the Kund, and he'll bathe in the Kund, and he'll get back that form of Kamsa, which is actually what happened. And one of the acharyas has commented that as Radha watched Lalita and Kamsa go back to the Kund to change back into his form by bathing there, that Radharani was thinking that the way he achieved that gopi form is the same aspiration of the sahajas who, by any proper practice of Krishna consciousness, just dressing as a gopi, tried to assume that form of a gopi. It's not like that. There's a whole process beginning from ado shraddha tata sadhu sangha to bhajana kriya, from the general practice of Krishna consciousness. It's a long haul, but we know the Siddhanta. So then Radha thought, actually, but one can achieve that the topmost platform of Krishna consciousness, if it's such, to be a gopi or a gopa, or a tree or a cow in the spiritual world, by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya and service to a Sankirtan movement. I thought that was a very nice ending. So we put the water on our head, and I begged to become a good disciple, nothing more, nothing less, because all we are made of really is Prabhupada's mercy. To continue serving him life after life. Then we walked from Yavat here to Ter Kadamaba. It's a famous walk actually through the fields in the dust, just like Vrindavan was in the old days, in the town proper. It took us about an hour to get here with 350 devotees, and we explained the glories of Ter Kadamaba. In brief, Ter means to call, and Kadamba means tree. So this is one place where Krishna, after he took charge of the cows, after Gopastami, he would bring the cows here to this beautiful forested area, and they would graze the cows here, Krishna, Balaram, and the boys. And when it came time to go home, back to Nandagram, Krishna would climb a big Kadamba tree, and with his flute, he would call the name of each and every cow. Now, Nanda Maharaj has 900,000 cows. That's why he's called king. He's not a king in the sense of a kshatriya, but real wealth in Vedic culture is not coins and paper money. It's land and cows. So he's king because he had 900,000 cows. So the cows would come and they'd graze, and in the evening they'd go home. Krishna would climb the Kadamba tree, and with his flute he would say the name of each of the cows, and he had a string of pearls, like counter beads, 900,000. So as each cow came, he'd pull the pearl down, and then when all 900,000 pearls, they'd go home. Another very significant pastime for us Gaudiya Vaishnavas is this is one of the bhajan kutirs. The bhajan stali is one of the places that Rupa Goswami would come and do his bhajan. The Goswamis would go all over Vrindavan. They had different bhajan kutirs, different places they chanted and read and wrote the scriptures that Mahaprabhu requested. He very much favored this place, Ter Kadamaba, and this is where he wrote Upadesamrita. The British government stated in their investigation into our movement that the book which most perfectly describes our philosophy and culture is Upadesamrita with Prabhupada's purports. Found that very interesting. He wrote that here. In the midst of writing that book here, one day he just remembered on that day, he thought, oh my gosh, I forgot. Today is my brother, my older brother Sanatan Goswami's appearance day, and I have nothing to offer him. Sanatan Goswami at that time was staying at Nandagram at Pavana Sarovara, a beautiful lake next to Nandagram. He was doing his bhajan there, not far from here. So Rupa Goswami is in great anxiety. He wanted to honor his brother. Just at that moment, a young girl came out of the jungle carrying a big plate of sweet rice. Big plate of sweet rice. And she came up to Rupa and she said, you know, there was a wedding at Nandagram and I saved this sweet rice for you. You're a Baba living in the forest. Will you please accept it? So Rupa was in ecstasy because now he had something to give Sanatan Goswami. Many devotees know this pastime. So he took that sweet rice and he went to Pavana Sarovara, he went to Nandagram, and he offered it to Sanatan Goswami on his appearance day. Sanatan Goswami said, you know, you're a Babaji, you don't have the means to cook such an opulent preparation as this. You live by Madhukari, you live by begging. You go to 4 houses a day and get your sustenance. And where did you get this? Oh, Rupa said, you know, Rupa Goswami said this young girl came with the sweet rice, and so they tasted it, and when they tasted it, all the 8 symptoms of love of God had appeared on their bodies. Tears flowed from their eyes, their hair stood on end, their voice, and they fainted. And when they woke up, Sanatan Goswami said to Rupa Goswami, where did you get that sweet rice? You know, one girl came. What did she look like? What were her mannerisms? What were her characteristics? So as Rupa Goswami started describing this young girl, they both realized that through that description, it was none other than Vrindavaneshwari Srimati Radharani herself. She's so kind. Very deep, loving exchange between Radharani and her devotees. So that pastime also happened here. So this is a favorite place of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Yavat, where it's arranged in such a way that the obstacles are there to meet Krishna, so the meeting is very sweet. When Krishna gets into Yavat and Radharani gets out, and then the long walk through the fields here, and then Ter Kadamaba with its history, we're very much relishing, and we're coming to the conclusion of our Kartik Parikrama. So we have mixed emotions now. We're so much relishing. We feel so purified. We're so grateful to Prabhupada for inviting us here. I mean, we're lamenting it's soon going to be over, but by Krishna's grace, Prabhupada's mercy, we hope to be back again next year. If you're watching these videos, keep in touch and come with us, because nothing compares to actually coming to the original Dham of Sri Vrindavan Dham and Shravanam, Kirtanam, Krishna Smaranam. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,